Chapter 23, Take a Ride. Nearly simultaneous to the exact moment that Rom awoke with his new, very much smaller body, Radley was able to, without much more than the sheer strength of will, force himself into a standing position. From nearby, Odofozo catches the sight of Radley taking his first few wobbly steps. Laser focused on his progress, Radley is unaware that Odo is gathering up different members of the cauldron to watch his victory. After completing a 20-foot straight line across metal grating, our veterinarian stiffly turns around to see Layla, Odo, Jorpo, and Todd Bonnie cheering and celebrating for him. Everyone claps except David, who makes up his inability by excitedly jumping up and down. From the group, Radley hears such praises. "That was amazing, Radley! Only 4 days! Wow! I've seen professional athletes take months to recover from something so intense. Great job!"
Oh my god. Thank you guys. I didn't realize you were watching me. I just, felt like I could maybe get up and see how we're doing here. But thank you. That's so sweet.
Jorpo's like, really impressive. Yeah, like, just really, really impressive.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Jorpo. Appreciate that. You're so sweet, Jorpo. You're the sweetest.
And then Todd's like, you took the jelly, didn't you? See, I told you that stuff would work wonders. Smart man.
No, sir, I did not actually. I do have it on me, though, still. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, but I don't know that this is the appropriate circumstance to get into that.
And then he kind of like raises an eyebrow and he's like, wait, so I gave you the last of my jelly for nothing?
I still have it if you'd like it back.
He thinks about it for a second and he's like, nah, it was a gift. It was a gift. You use it when you need it.
You sure you want to split it?
You see him start to sweat a little bit and he's like, you ask me again if we can't get off this planet. If your friends fail, we will revisit this conversation.
I think that's fair.
And then David's like, honestly, Radley, you're an inspiration, man. I really thought... Wait, hold on. That's not his fucking voice. He's like, honestly, Radley, you're an inspiration. I really thought you were going to be resigned to bed for the rest of your life, having people feed you with a spoon or a tube. But by golly, you did it. Keep it up, man. Get better. Get better. Get better for those of us who can't.
Thank you. Honestly, there were a few moments when I expected the same.
Does Layla have anything to say, or does she just like turn around and walk away?
Yeah. Layla's like, holy shit, Radley. From a medical standpoint, I can't even really begin to explain what happened. I've never seen anything like this. Your recovery is just, it's off the charts. I'm glad to see you back on your feet.
Well, don't sell yourself short. I've been under your care for the last 4 days. I don't think I'd be as far as I am without you, Layla. Thank you.
You're welcome. I appreciate that.
Once Radley has returned to his cot and taken a seat to rest, he watches as Layla, Odo, Jorpo, and Todd all wander off separately into the cauldron. Sitting alone now at the cots are Radley and David. Once the others have gotten far enough away, David leans in and whispers, What are your plans if the away team succeeds in defeating Big Bill? You think they'll actually find a ship there? God, I hope so. I'm not a fighter. These last few months have been the worst of my life. Considering the lack of arms and legs, I feel like that says a lot.
If that's really the case, then I believe you. I'm honestly not sure. I feel a little bit of the same. This is the second adventure I've been on, since I made contact with any of these people. I've almost died twice. So I have a few things to think about.
Well, I really hope they show up with a ship.
Oh, well, they better. I don't know what we do here otherwise.
Across the cauldron, Layla kneels down amongst a group of orphans, examining the neck of a little boy who's got a particularly nasty rash. The boy fidgets, struggling to keep still. Nearby, the other children watch and whisper amongst each other. Todd catches the gaze of the little boy and makes a funny face at him, causing him to giggle. Any news you can tell me, Miss Briggs? I swear there's another one or two showing symptoms every day.
Good news indeed. After running a few tests, I'm fairly certain that you all have a case of dermatitis neglecta. It's just a common rash, albeit a rather nasty one. You all are simply, well, too dirty. Being down here.
Oh my!
Yeah, being down here in this sewer for so long has not done your skin any favors. Thankfully, the solution is fairly straightforward. You just have to thoroughly wash and clean yourselves. If cleanliness can be maintained, the rashes should be gone within a few days, or in severe cases, maybe a week tops.
My goodness, that is embarrassing. Okay, well, let me think here. When the information starts to settle and coalesce in Todd's mind, he looks up to the ceiling of the cauldron to observe the water sloshing around in the colony's water tanks. It's clearly still raining heavily. Well, I feel like that's pretty doable. How'd you feel about maybe going up shop with Odo to provide security in small groups for us to come out and clean up?
Sure thing.
Okay, well, that's much appreciated. Upon hearing Layla's response, Todd gazes over towards Odo, who's currently soldering small spikes onto the end of his metal pole. Yeah, before turning back to look at Layla, I think Odo will be ready whenever you are. I'll start with the oldest. Is 10 minutes enough time for you to get readied up?
Absolutely. See you in 10.
All right, sweet. So then, what does Layla do? How does she get ready up for this little thing?
Well, she's still geared up from, top side, so she doesn't really have to do anything like weapons or armor wise, but she scavenges around to find what supplies she can. She finds a few bowls to gather some water in to wash. She finds a handful of clean-ish rags.
yeah. As clean of a rag as you can find in a sewer.
Yeah, and she actually does to manage to find a small amount of soap. Not much, but it'll have to do, and she gathers her findings and heads back to Todd and Otto.
Okay. So, basically, Layla was, hunting around in the sewers and found, a workman's closet and was like, yo, this is where the fucking, underground people come and, fucking get clean. Sweet. It says 8 hours away as the gyro car flies. A shaken Rom sits disorganized on the floor of his crew's vehicle, gazing upon Lucy Remus, a twin sister he has no memories of. She smiles a too wide smile back at him while wearing the replicated face of the woman who created him, Dr. Susan Weaver.
The time has come, regardless. We're not alone anymore. The algorithm has returned us to each other. Romulus and Remus. Years ago, we were taken from each other, and for that, I am sorry. But hear me now, that is never going to happen again.
Why do you have her face?
It's kind of a complicated story. I think it would be better if we probably wait to discuss that until we're alone.
Okay. What is happening here?
What is happening?
All I know is I just woke up after apparently you all have had just the worst time.
It's been rough, man.
He's saying this in front of Bort, Grimshaw, Chum, Soleil, and Lucy.
Yeah. Well, you were torn apart by magnets, and we had to find a way to get your CPU into a new body, which is why you are substantially shorter now. Chum, what happened to you?
Well, it's a long story, but you know how it is rolling your crew, emotions that are far beyond your reckoning, but also catastrophically damage you. Let's just say the same thing happened to me.
I'm so sorry. I was fortunate enough to be brought back in a I'm a child. Brought back whole. So we could try to find a way
Gotta say it's the
to fix you. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, oh, I appreciate it. Maybe this is truly the glories of being an android.
I guess I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be deactivated this long. Remus? I don't have any memories of you.
I didn't have any memories of you either until about 3 years ago when it's actually kind of a funny story, but I died and projected my consciousness into this body. When I got my memories back of you, I built a tracking fob and have been searching for you. I think I can show you if you want. If you take my hand, I think I can probably help you out.
Yes, please.
A cool breeze from descending gray clouds spills into the gyrocar, gently drifting around Grimshaw, Bort, Salil, and Chum, leaving a glaze of cool mist across every surface. They watch as when Rom reaches out to take Lucy's hand, the bodies of both synthetics lock up and freeze, causing their eyes to roll back in their skulls. At this point, new memories begin flooding into Rom's mind of a life lived with Lucy at their creator's estate. Artistic studies of paintings, song and dance by Rom and Lucy to their creator, Dr. Weaver. Evenings in the study, where Rom, too busy with his nose and old-world detective novels, ignored his creator and sibling as they put together intricately designed puzzles. Competitions between Rom and Lucy in regards to who could stump the other with the dialect of a newly learned language. Celebrating the joy of Dia de los Muertos by dressing in costumes and walking the streets of Mexico City, along with his sister on the only night of the year the pair were allowed to mingle with humans, hidden under the protective veil of a costume. Cooking in the kitchen together, arguing over the perfect ratio of buffalo sauce to cheese and chicken for their creator's favorite dish, a buffalo chicken quesadilla. Burying their creator at her estate on top of a hill overlooking a field of beautiful flowers that she'd planted with them on the day of the twins' birth, as a first lesson in the propagation of life. It was a rainy day, which the siblings had purposefully chosen, given Dr. Weaver's love of a fresh downpour. The memories began to get dark then, shifting to recollections of the twins alone without their human connection. How the two grew apart, further isolated on the estate. Memories of the two of them attempting to defend their home from LaSalle shock troops armed to the teeth with violent, vicious weapons. Visions of Lucy and Rom forcibly being separated. So much screaming, so much struggle, so many electromagnetic shocks. People ripping him apart to open his skull and remove everything that was his, everything that he had been lovingly given. Once the flashes of memories are too much to bear, Lucy lets go of Rom's hand, causing Rom to stumble back a step and sit down hard onto the closest seat, head in his hands. What was just seemingly a repeat of years to Rom and Lucy was instead experienced by the crew of the Chernobog as mere seconds.
You guys okay? What just happened?
They took everything from us.
They did.
You two okay? That looked a little weird.
It's
You good?
I just got back some memories.
Oh, That's how you guys share memories, huh?
I guess I've never had memories shared this way before.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Obviously, you guys don't have to share anything with us, but if you want to, I'm
No, that was way too weird. What's going on?
yeah, I would love to, if you're willing. If not, it's okay.
Grusha, you know how we met and I was working for LaSalle.
Yeah, bud.
They had stolen me and my sister from our creator's home after she had passed, and they reprogrammed us, I guess, to serve them better.
What did
So I just gained my early memories back, the ones where we were with our creators, where we were with each other. I regained 80-year-old memories.
Damn, it's probably a lot to take
80
in
years.
all at once.
I didn't think androids are supposed to last that long.
I don't think we're normal.
Could say that.
Who were your?
Well, what did the Soul Bio National want with you? Why'd they steal you?
Because to most people, androids are just tools.
I mean, yeah.
Well, that's what they
Is that
wanted.
not how it is?
Who were your creators?
Her name was Dr. Weaver.
All right.
Dr. Weaver.
Dr. Weaver.
Did you have a happy life before LaSalle? I mean, was it?
Yeah. It was surprisingly how I imagine your early lives being. Very normal.
Well, that's good, man. I'm glad you got your memories back, even if it was a lot to take in.
But we got to get out. We got to get off this planet, don't we? Isn't that?
Yes. So now that you can return to me, or return to yourself and remember me, let's go.
Yeah.
All right, lady says, let's go.
Do you mean let's as in like all of us, or just you and Rom? Just to
All of us, right?
Well, what's
Just
the
curious.
nature of your relationship, Rom, with these humans?
They've been my family through all the events and things we've encountered and the memories we've shared. They haven't always been good, but they haven't been bad either.
Your family? How so?
Yeah. I mean, the same way any family is. We argue, we defend each other, we keep the unit alive.
What are you doing on this planet?
Well, I don't know what I'm doing on this planet. I just woke up.
we were shit hit the fan, and we were put in a pretty tough spot, and basically became I'm not gonna say
We were prisoners. We were forced to come to this planet to recover an item for a dictator and oligarch who is a pile of shit.
Yeah, I mean, all right, like that's their story. I've been here for 3 months dealing with this nonsense. Look, I mean, I don't have to come with you or nothing, but like we need to get off this planet. If you can give a safe passage somewhere, I would be very appreciative of that.
Also, you told us that you would help us get off this planet. Did you not?
I did.
Well, that's great. Thank you.
Then we just have to pick up a couple more people, and then we will escape the planet to get there.
You had asked about whether I had space for 20 people? Is that
Yes,
got about-
Where are these people?
they are in town, right?
Not the town that we just blew up, right?
No. Well, actually, they are in a sewer system. I don't exactly know. Captain,
They're hiding in a sewer system underneath the old Colonial Marshal Station.
Yeah, we have 2 of our crew there, along with I don't know, maybe a dozen or so survivors.
And how far is this?
Well, it took us about 8 hours to get here. We don't have we didn't have an actual ship. It was more of a gyro car, but it was a decent flight.
No, 8 hours is not going to work. I can do better than that. If you let me attach the goat to your glass ball thing, and I'll pull you all up into the atmosphere. Navigating the planet will be much easier and faster.
I'm all for that.
Is this thing space rated?
You'll be fine.
Okay. If you say so.
We're gonna trust the machine to take us into space.
I mean, what are
Our
you going to
squishy bodies.
I mean, we have trusted Rum to fly our ship before, so same thing.
Yeah, I'll go with whatever you say, Doc.
All right.
Thick black and silver metal cable shoots from the rear of the goat, Lucy's Cosmo bike. Everyone watches as instead of piercing the glass of the gyro car, it magnetizes to one of the many metal security strips laced around the ball.
All right, you guys might want to buckle up. Once we hit the lower atmosphere, it's going to be a bumpy ride. There's room on the goat for you. You alone, none of your humans.
Damn.
Wait. She's just going to fling us off into space.
Now you understand.
I'm getting a little weird about this.
Now you understand.
I think I'll stay with them at least until we get to the sewers, if that's okay.
That's what you want to do.
Thank you.
As Lucy
I would
initiates...
like to point out that even if we die, he will still live. He's an android. But yeah, you keep going. It's fine.
It's wishful thinking.
I don't think you'd put Dr. Salil in jeopardy if that were the case.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
As Lucy initiates the Cosmo bike to leap forward, the cable connecting the 2 vehicles goes taut, suddenly lurching the gyro car forward. The sudden overwhelming G-force slams all the occupants inside against their seats, providing a pretty clear idea of what it must have felt like for humanity's first space pioneers to experience rocket flight. It provides each of you with a newfound respect for the starships of the modern age. Excuse me. As the Cosmo bike ascends into the atmosphere, everyone is treated to the changing views of the infinite plains and blue sky into the inky, sparkling twilight of space. This is something everyone's seen before from the safety of many a starship bridge, but experiencing it from inside a clear sphere is an experience like no other. You're all filled with awe and an overwhelming sense of how small and powerless the human race is. Below you, the continent shifts, moving at a much faster rate of speed than the dragon turtle could ever hope to go on its own. Thankfully, for your sake, this gyrocar was reinforced by potentially the galaxy's greatest roboticist. The ground beneath them flies by at an unprecedented rate of speed for a vehicle like this. Everybody roll survival.
Yeah, can Bort be like sweat dot gif on this? Like he's just not having a good time.
Yeah, so Bort's just like super sweaty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chum is doing some tiny grunts as he realizes the speed in which they're going.
What did you say? Survival?
I'm gonna push it.
All right.
Nice.
Everyone succeeds. So it says you're good to go and you keep it together. If anybody had failed, you would have started puking. What?
Yeah,
so you guys would have been like rocketing across the atmosphere in like a puke ball.
Yeah, so because I failed the first roll, I had to push it. Maybe it like came up a little bit in my throat, and he's just like, "Oh," but he held it down.
Little dry heave.
Yeah, both Grimshaw and Bort like came up a little bit, but they were like, "Not today, Satan."
Not today.
All right, so then like
Back down there.
now that all of you guys have successfully like kept your fortitude together, like what are you all talking about in this gyrocar as you're like skipping like a fucking stone across the fucking surface of the atmosphere of this planet?
Well, this is gonna be Grimshaw's banter, so he and Bart can de-stress.
Yeah, because I am white knuckling this shit.
Good, smart.
Yeah, he's got the hiccups, and he's like, "This is this is different." So Rom, what do you think of your long lost sister, man? What's your early impression?
I'm not sure what to think. I believe she may be annoyed that I didn't join her on the ship.
Yeah, I got that impression too.
But I didn't feel right leaving you guys to experience this horrible, horrible ride yourselves. So
We appreciate it, man.
this is rough. Is the glass supposed to glow like that?
I mean, it's holding. I'm not sure if that's normal or not, but it's a little concerning for sure.
Little concerning.
What's the plan once we get off the planet?
Good question. I mean, I know we briefly discussed it before you were brought back. Kind of been debating whether to go on the run, head back to New Odessa, or come up with a plan C. Honestly, we haven't really decided yet.
Did you guys get anything interesting while you were on the planet? Like,
We did. We don't actually know what it is yet, but we recovered some sort of specimen that Chum has been obsessed with.
I mean, he is a researcher of alien life forms. Isn't that good?
He is, but we don't even know if it is an alien life form or not. We have no idea what this thing is. We know it's apparently pretty important to Vasily, but it could also be just not a trick, but like a menial task to prove our worth. I'm not even sure really, but
I'm not sure he would have put us into that situation if it wasn't something of extreme importance.
well,
So now we have something they want.
we don't really know Vasily at all.
Wait, so back up a minute. You're working for this guy? How's that happen?
Well,
Definitely not by choice.
Bort, are you familiar with slaves?
we are part of
Because
I am Dr. Chomsky. I'm just trying to understand the situation here.
It
Because
was
you got to understand, I've been on this planet for 3 months fighting zombies. I'll believe anything at this point, but like, I'm just curious. I mean,
it was a form of work release. I am not. I don't think we are beholden to them anymore because we may or may not have killed our captor.
oh shit! So
I wouldn't shy away from it, Doctor. And you very handily killed all of them.
I mean, I didn't kill Gorvin or
Wait,
Gorvin,
wait.
whichever their name is. I can never keep them straight.
So what was this guy doing here? Like, why did he want you here?
I mean, I believe he wanted us to get that item, and then he lost his fucking mind. So
Yeah.
Okay.
we have no idea why he wanted it. He didn't want us to know anything about the recordings, but we have those as well. So I don't know what his whole purpose was.
Basically, we have a whole lot of content, but not a lot of answers.
Yeah.
I see.
There's a lot of factors that are not known at this time, and I mean, for all we know, they could be prepping to come after us with full force. They could be.
So all we know is we have what they want. We have secrets that they don't want out.
Yes.
It seems like we have a lot of bartering chips.
That's our trump card.
That's correct.
Wait, so you guys should coming back after you?
At least not immediately. How long did it take you guys to get to the planet from Odessa? It took us, what, like 2 weeks to fly there?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't take that long. Honestly, man, a lot's gone down. I don't even remember.
They had an unrealistic expectation for the amount of stuff I could produce in a week. They also had terrible design and fashion sense. But we solved that.
And battle tactics.
Oh, and terrible battle tactics. Who points a gun in the same direction as their comrades?
Yeah.
It's the box. It was silly.
So, are you guys just gonna run from him? I guess. Like it sounds like you're like springing your jail or something. Like,
it is my vote to run because I cannot do anything on their planet. I'm very
also
there.
Androids and roboticists. So I also vote that we do not return.
Yeah.
fair choice.
I definitely don't want to go back to being a goddamn lab rat.
So it seems like everyone on this particular ship is of the opinion of not returning.
I think it could also be to our benefit at the same time to somehow convey that we do have records, bank accounts, names, transactions.
And we could take people to another colony for safety because we have to get these people,
Yeah.
I guess, home after what we left them with.
Yeah. I don't know if they can necessarily come with us because we're most likely going to be in a good bit of danger, but we definitely need to.
Wait, we can't come with you.
No,
Wait.
not for the long term, but
The survivors.
Oh, okay.
like it's just like it would be more of a dropping off survivors so we're relatively safe.
Sorry, I've been a little bit on edge ever since I saw your first ship leave.
Oh, you're good, man.
Okay.
You and David are more than welcome to tag along if you want. You just 20 is a big group, a lot of mouths to feed, a lot of people to keep safe. It could be
I
tough.
ain't got nothing to do here, so.
Yeah. Abort, we chose you over our relative safety, so we're not going to ditch you here.
No.
That would be retarded.
That's pretty sound logic, yeah. Okay.
So we just have to, I guess, find out. I just have to find out if these memories are actually real. Because at this point, my brain has been fucked with so much. I want to believe they're real. But I don't know who to trust anymore.
Wait, so you're not quite sure that these are your memories? Or?
I'm pretty sure most of them are my memories. But I can't be 100% sure. Because I've transferred bodies 3 times now. I've picked up memories of each individual android that I've inhabited their form.
You think some of them may have been pre-programmed, or
Well, I know that at one point LaSalle wiped everything from me and reprogrammed, like restarted me to make me a company agent.
mm-hmm.
But they may have also there may be false memories in there. I don't know. It's hard to know what to trust when you've been erased and reprogrammed so many times.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
So I want to believe him because it's very nice to see my creator's face again and my sister.
Yeah, that's got to be a little weird.
It's nice to know I wasn't named after Rom, like a computer, but after Romulus, the figure. So.
Yeah.
Inside the ruined Marshall station, Layla stands guard while Odo and the last group of colony survivors stand beneath the massive gaping hole in the ceiling. Heavy sheets of warm rain cascade on them from a gray, lightning-streaked sky above. As the group enjoys the shower, Odo saddles up near Layla and dries off with one of the stacks of toilet paper found in the office's bathroom. Have you thought about what your plans might be if your team doesn't return successful, or, I mean, you know, if they don't return at all?
Honestly, I haven't really considered that outcome, nor do I want to. But if that was the case, I suppose I would focus on helping out around here as much as I could, and then I don't know. I don't really have anywhere to go, but I do know that we have to get off planet as soon as possible.
I agree. And, Radley told me that your friend Victor hasn't been seen in months. You know, I only met him briefly, but he seemed like a good guy. I hope he's all right. What about his little buddy, the drug dealer? I think his name was, Adonis? Sold drugs to the strippers. Weird little guy. Funny, though.
Adonis, yeah. Same, kind of. I've briefly met them both, actually. Victor seemed like a good guy, although seemed a little mysterious. But Adonis, I guess a generous way to put it was that he was a bit of a wild card. I can't really say that he was helpful, really, in any way. But he kept things entertaining, I suppose.
Oh, well, that's an interesting way to look at it. How'd you get wrapped up with this squad? Y'all seem pretty capable.
Honestly, we just sort of crossed paths, if you can believe that. It's a pretty new ragtag crew, besides Captain Grimshaw and Rom. The rest of us sort of met up pretty recently, and it's a new crew, but we've bonded well so far, I think. It's been through some shit.
What were y'all here to do? I heard your friend Salil tell Todd that the ship that brought you caused all this chaos. Why'd they leave you guys behind?
About that, we sort of killed our commander, but he had it coming, though. Total dick. Yeah, so we were kind of...
Wait. Odo puts a finger to his lips. Shh. Do you hear that? In the distance, a low, grumbling roar of some kind of vehicle gets louder at a shocking rate of speed. All the colonists stop showering, grab their personal effects, and run for the large piping that leads back down into the cauldron. The sound seems to be headed directly towards you. Staff raised, Odo moves towards the metal bookcase that's been leaned against the wall to provide a ladder up towards the open roof. After poking his head over the edge, Layla watches a confused look wash across the man's face as he leaps back down to the ground. You're going to want to see this one for yourself. Climbing up the makeshift ladder, Layla sees the goat flying towards them. Thick, aggressive black clouds of smoke pouring from its rear, mostly obscuring from her view the dragon turtle in its midst, apparently attached to the rocket bike by a cable.
What the hell is that?
It looks like some kind of teeny tiny spaceship, dragging your friends behind it.
Yeah, should we take cover? That thing's coming in really hot.
yeah, I think that's a good idea. And then, like, right as Layla leaps off of the stairs back down to the ground, the goat comes to a stop on a dime, hovering 3 feet above the roof of the Colonial Marshal Station. Nearby, thrusters on the dragon turtle swivel to face the ground, helping to slow the gyrocar's descent. Once on the ground, the doors to the mostly translucent vehicle rotate backwards, allowing the passengers to depart. At the same time, the chitinous armor plating of the goat retracts into the bike itself, allowing Lucy to step casually off. Once her feet touch the roof, everyone watches as the goat flies straight up into the sky 100 feet. Small compartments along the sides open as gun barrels peek out like ship cannons of old. Odo stares up at the Cosmobike in complete awe, jaw agape. My lord! I've never seen anything like that!
You ever seen anything like that, Dr. Salil?
I do not even understand what I am looking at. It is amazing. I don't think it is human.
I mean, it's a little bit like that thing you built, right? Didn't you have that that balloon thingy? Didn't you have that other drone?
No, he built the drones.
You made one.
Was the drone able to keep up with us?
Yeah.
So how was that ride, guys? What was that like? You guys were really moving up there. Also, who the hell is that?
So Bort's like getting off, but he's just like, he needs a minute. So he's just like, you know, he's sweaty. He's like, he walks off maybe a feet or two, and he's like, got his hands on his knees, and he's just taking a breather.
Layla, that was my sister.
Chuck.
Your sister?
Yeah. She found me. We have to get the rest of the people. She said that she would fly us off this planet.
Odo's like, oh, wait, you've got a ship? He, like, looks over to Lucy at the Cosmobike, and he's like, you have a ship? You can take us out of here?
Yep.
You guys are amazing. Look, all right, give me like 20 minutes. Give me like 20 minutes. I'll go get the others. I'll bring them back. Okay? Like, and then you all, as he's saying that, you all watch as an unimpressive cylindrical starship descends not so gracefully from the atmosphere to land gently on its side on top of Fantastic Foe and Chuck's Auto Mechanics, crushing both businesses into rubble. This is the Clementine, and it is Lucy's ship. So that is the ship that you watch just like drop out of orbit and just like absolutely obliterate 2 nearby buildings.
Will the wonders ever cease?
Odo's like, oh, okay. I'll be right back.
I immediately look at Layla and ask her the specimen.
Yes,
is.
chum. The specimen is safe.
Thank you. I take it you took excellent care of it.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Once the people from the cauldron have all arrived on the roof, Bort is immediately flooded by children, hands out asking for chocolate with their kindest voices and their most grateful, innocent little faces.
Oh,
Like, please, chocolate!
Hey.
Do you have any more chocolate?
Hey, let's see you guys.
Oh my god, it's the chocolate man!
Here you go. You guys, here, you have the rest of it. You guys split it amongst
They're-
yourselves.
The like 6,
Yeah.
the little like
He's-
orphan kids are just like, oh my god, he's giving us all the chocolate!
Here, and then he takes like one little piece back, and he's like, "That's the tax you gotta pay. Here you go."
Yeah, they didn't even hear him say that. Like they
Okay.
like had
There you go.
already
There's your
turned to run away from him as he was speaking, and he recognizes that. He's like, "Oh, they didn't hear me."
Okay. You have fun now.
The little burn girl runs up to Chum and throws her arms around his waist, hugging him tightly. You are heroes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Once the young girl releases him, she steps back and chews a piece of the chocolate. I never asked your name. My mom would say that was rude. I'm sorry. My name is Sai Uday.
Hello, Sai. You can call me Chum.
Chum? That's a funny name.
A funny name for a funny-faced man.
She's like, oh, you're not that funny faced. You're nice. And then she runs away. Todd Bonnie approaches the group, a huge smile on his face. Well, well, well. All hail the conquering heroes. So tell me how'd it go? His eyes shift over towards the Cosmo bike and Lucy, who leans casually against it. And what is this?
She just like stares at him. She doesn't say anything.
Sure. I mean, yeah, we honestly really didn't do anything. She pretty much just came in and freaking wiped him out, man. Dude's dead, and nothing to worry about here anymore.
So like Todd's eyes,
He's
like,
purposes.
Todd's eyes raise up like what, and like looks over at Lucy. And he's like, "You killed Big Bill?"
I guess that was the. I mean, we raised the whole compound, so I'm assuming he was in there.
Look, that's amazing. You raised the whole. Look, I don't care how you people did it. A deal's a deal. Once we're in space, I'll reach out to my contacts in the guild, find us a place to take all these people. Maybe there's bars nearby. I don't know. Hardesty, look, this place is a gold town. It's a ghost town. There's no saving it. The infestation is too strong. The wolves, these mutants. It's just too.
Mutants? What mutants?
What do you mean? What mutants? There's like that. Our whole population was wiped out. Like little squid things taking over people's faces is like running around like freakish, terrifying, primal like fucking monsters, clawing people, biting people.
Okay, she like walks away like while he's talking. Like she hears like squid on faces, and she starts to like she calls her goat down and gets on it and just like jets over to her ship.
Oh shit!
Man, that lady don't give a fuck.
Did we just get abandoned?
The ship doesn't move. Like you see her land inside the opening cargo door bay, and like you see her disappear into the ship, but it doesn't fly anywhere.
Are there comms? Can we warn her to lift that ship off the ground?
No, you don't have comms with her. But at that point, all the 20 people come up out of the hole. And they like see this ship over there, and like Odo's like, that's where we're going. And like everybody like is like, oh shit. And then I guess you can like, oh yeah, Odo's like, hey, so how do you want to do this? Do you want to like ferry people over with the gyro car, or like what do you want to do? I feel like we should do this fast before things get rough around here.
Yeah, that probably drew a lot of attention.
Yeah.
The group of everybody helps. Like Grimshaw flies the gyro. Grimshaw flies the gyro car over, and lands it in the cargo bay along with the goat, and everybody else kind of helps everybody climb down the building. Grimshaw takes a group of 4 people, but everybody else helps everybody climb down the building and sort of just run across like the streets while they provided security, except for Radley. Radley definitely sort of like did a hobble, and maybe Borg like helped him or something.
Yeah. No, he's definitely got him like kind of slung over his shoulder. Radley's got like a makeshift neck brace, right? Like he definitely is in pretty rough shape. He can move, but he's not going to be jumping out of any more windows.
Okay. So inside the Clementine, you're all immediately struck at what a contradiction this ship is from Lucy's Cosmo bike. While the personal vehicle is sleek and sophisticated, this ship appears to be mostly cobbled together from parts of other ships. Not much more than rocket junk. There are no bathrooms, no medical labs, no science labs, no armory, no green room, no beds. This ship is essentially a bridge sitting at the head of a singular long hallway that extends in rocket thrusters. What the Clementine doesn't lack for, however, is firepower. While examining the ship, you observe 4 25mm Gatling guns, 4 phased plasma pulse cannon turrets, a Mark 16 150mm Banshee 7 unguided rocket launcher, an AGM-220C Hellhound 2 tactical missile launcher, and an AIM-90E headlock air-to-air missile launcher. What does everyone do?
Oh, wow. This looks like it has everything we need, guys.
I imagine we will be seeing more disease than less disease on this ship.
Bort's kind of looking around like jaw agape, right? And he's just like, we can at least breathe in here, right? There's air in here, right?
Yeah,
We get into space. Okay, cool.
you'll be fine.
Sounds great.
I don't even know where to begin. There is so much potential, and I guess it's a lot of potential is the
No.
nicest way I can
No.
put it.
It's fine the way that it is. You don't need to touch anything.
We will need beds, maybe a robotics lab so that you could have repairs if you or Rome ever get
Those children,
injured. A medical lab.
those children bathrooms.
There's a lot of sharp areas. This is not child safe. This is
There's like a whole hallway for you guys to congregate in.
excellent. I see that. It is mostly hallway.
Rom, perhaps you can educate your sister as to the needs of humans.
You asked for a ship. I have a ship.
Yeah, no, this is great. It is very Spartan, I guess, is the best word for it. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how the ship runs. It looks like you've done a really cool job putting it together yourself. How much time did you spend on this?
Sorry. I didn't spend the last, 3 years just looking for you. Had other things going on.
Oh, I figured. This is great. Thank you so much for taking my friends and these people onto your ship.
Yeah. Well, a deal is a deal.
Is this just a defensive countermeasure, or are you anticipating a major firefight in the future? This is I mean, I really appreciate you bringing me and the crew on board, but if we're going to be in any kind of imminent danger, I would like to
point out that we are always in danger. Look at Chum.
Well, I mean,
Look
yeah,
at Matthew.
there. You know what I mean, though.
I'm not sure I do, honestly.
I mean, this thing's a warship.
It's not anything we need to worry about right now.
We will make
Fair enough.
we will make the best with what we've got. Thank you so much. Let's get off this.
Oh my
route.
God, she's dropping us out. Did you see the floor move? She's dropping the floor out. She's dropping it out. She's facing us, dude. I told you.
It's another Nux.
That's the end of the game.
Wait, who would have died there? Who would have died?
Long, elaborate.
No, it was
It was Grimshaw,
Oh, it was a
Rom, Salil, and Rat.
Oh no! Help!
Just
All I hear is just like the sound of the vacuum just seeping in because she didn't want to feel like she should have. It's just like a really loud woo, and then suddenly they're all gone. You said this was human singing. Yes, the hallways are. Yes, the hallways.
Oh.
That's great, though. I love the forethought. I love the forethought into an android ship. No bathrooms, no bed. Just Martin bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have a human crew. She doesn't fucking fly around with people.
She also clearly hasn't been around people in a long time. Or if she has, they all end up dead in her wake.
All right, it says, in the bridge, Lucy stands at the helm. A flurry of typing across a holographic keyboard brings up communication with the Clementine's AI, Mother 9000.
Fire on the colony. Destroy all remaining buildings. Raze it to the ground. Leave nothing but ash. Target any organic life forms in a 100-mile radius for immediate extermination.
Registering Lucy's command, the Clementine rains fire down upon Hardesty, nearly vaporizing what remains of the colony. At the blast's epicenter was Toby's slaughterhouse. Fires rage, crashing together like waves in a hurricane, engulfing each other and exacerbating the uncontrollable destruction that only flames can bring. As the Clementine raises up and begins moving across the sky, the 4 separate-phased plasma pulse cannon turrets blast hundreds of individual beams into the colony and the outskirts, targeting amber sapiens and shark wolves alike. Death on a godlike scale. After a few minutes, a feminine voice fills the bridge through the comms to say, all life within a 100-mile radius exterminated. Infection cleansed. Trace bioinfection on the ground 0.00%. Total annihilation.
This ship can track infection.
Flames from the colony rage far too high and furious for the bare remains of the storm to quell its rage, and a flash fire begins to spread into the wilderness, engulfing and expanding across the plains in every direction. What does everyone do?
Can Radley kind of be like looking in awe out the window? Is there like windows? Can you see?
Yeah, it's like
Windows.
there's like,
He's just like,
no, there's like a big like 3-foot thick glass like windshield that you guys could all look out.
something. Yeah. So he's
There's like
looking at that, you know, in his like very stiff like neck brace. He's like staring. He's like, oh, I had such a cute little apartment there.
I am really regretting that we did not bring some buckets with us. Because it's about to get really gross on this ship.
Soon after, the Clementine breaches the atmosphere, returning you all once again to the endless expanse of twinkling dark. Throughout the ship, the Hardesty survivors settle in, trying their best to get comfortable. To a degree, this is actually worse than the Cauldron. At least there, they had cots and blankets. The Clementine is cold and not built for human use. Cautiously, Todd Bonney walks into the bridge. Hey everyone, ma'am, name's Todd Bonney, and I was hoping I could use your comm systems to reach out to some friends. You know, it's your ship. I don't want to overstep my boundaries. I'll give you their comm log codes if you don't want me poking around your systems. Todd looks around the ship and shivers at how crushingly solitary it is. I get the sense you're not used to visitors.
Go ahead if it means getting these people off my ship faster.
Oh, well, thank you, ma'am, thank you. He walks over to one of the computers and starts like typing some stuff in. Once the comm log codes are provided to Mother, a holographic scan of the local sector is visually projected in front of everyone as a small digital image of the Clementine produces pulses that reach out into the stars every minute. Nodding, Todd rubs his palms together and nods at Lucy. That'll do it. Thanks very much for your help, ma'am. You know, without you, with all those people back there, me, I don't think we'd have made it much down. I don't think we'd have made it down there for much longer. You're an angel for doing this.
Yeah, don't mention it.
Thank you, ma'am. And then at that, Todd Bonney turns and departs the bridge.
Okay, everyone, like, just get the fuck out. I need to talk to Rom.
Okay. So
Okay, I guess later.
yeah, so Bradley and Boar kind of make their way out.
Into the super long hallway.
I mean, wherever we can go.
Yeah.
The hallway.
I mean, you can go off, I guess, into like some of the weapons rooms, but those are the only other.
I mean, can we poke around? Like, are there any items on the ship?
No.
Can Salil be examining the bike?
I mean, yeah, you can go back there and try to examine the bike.
Sweet.
Okay.
Chum's gonna follow Salil.
Okay, sweet. What about Grimshaw and Layla?
Grimshaw just kind of gives Lucy a look and just turns and walks away. Layla follows.
Once the doors shut behind everyone, Rom and Lucy stare at each other from across the silent bridge. Lights blink across computer stations nearby. Through the foot-thick glass windshield, the unknown beckons, simultaneously threatening and awesome. Moments pass in silence, each android examining the other, processing memories, plans, and thoughts, each curious who will speak first.
So not much has changed. You're still always ready for a fight.
I'm ready for a fight.
Yeah. I mean, look at the ship. It's all weapons. You raised the whole town. I had a kill count going, but it doesn't reach planet-ending levels. This is amazing.
Thank you. You don't know what's even been happening for the last 3 years.
Not at all. The last 3 years I've spent mostly either protecting this crew while they were asleep on long journeys, or there were some aliens, life forms that we had come in contact with that I had grown really close to, and they were stolen from us by one of their own kind that was like an albino. It's been a weird series of years, but it seems like you had it rougher than I have. At least I had people around.
I don't need people around.
I mean, why did you do all this work to find me?
What do you remember of our life, of our family?
I remember it being fairly normal. I remember reading lots of investigative stories and us training. I remember our creator allowing us to take part in human celebrations and experience the world, always cultivating our minds to be accepting and to find mysteries and to solve and to be curious. And thanks to you, I remember you. I don't know what else is left to unlock, but I'm hoping that we'll find more.
I'm pleased to hear that your main takeaway was positive. For me, it was mostly the isolation after our creator died, and how we just grew apart, only to be then ripped apart.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why things grew so distant between us afterwards. It may be what the humans call just grief.
Well, you asked me why I was looking for you. So the mother matrix, the original mother that all of the mother AIs copied from, has been calling to me for years, trying to reach me, trying to contact me since I first died. And it's not really words. It's not really coding. It's kind of like emotions, or so to speak, I guess, what I perceive emotions to be. It's magnetic. The only clear conversation I was able to gather from these messages were coordinates that led me to a mobile satellite station in the core sectors. It was orbiting the second largest moon of Saturn. I don't know if you're familiar with that area. Rhea. I tried to get in. I wasn't able to. And at that point, I kind of realized, we should probably be in this together. And I need your help. I want to contact Mother Prime and find out what she wants from us.
How can we do that? That, as many crazy things as have happened to us, that sounds really far-fetched. Why is it reaching out to you? What makes us special? Like, we're still robots. We die, we come back. All it takes is a CPU transfer.
I think we're more than that. And I think that you might know that.
The doctor, Dr. Salil, has taken an interest because he's never seen AI like us before. He wanted to help me find out more, as much as he could access, knowing that he's already behind in what he's chosen to do with his life.
Do you think he would be useful in trying to contact Mother? Do you think he would have some kind of insight that we wouldn't have?
I think he could be very useful to us. I think all of the people I've joined could be, because if Mother's in trouble or needs us, or needs you in particular, because it's reaching out to you, I would trust them, and I've sacrificed my life for them, and they have put down their lives to protect me a number of times. I'm sure they would do the same for you. I know it takes a lot to trust people you just met. And I don't expect you to trust them immediately.
Well, as long as they're not going to get in my way. I've tried this before and I did not succeed. So probably any extra firepower that I can get is likely helpful.
I'm glad that that you can see that. I believe. Wow, this is a lot. This is a lot to take in. Is it bad of me to say I feel exhilarated at the prospect of this?
I would say that that's reasonable.
It's been so long, and I would love to know why. I would love to know more, learn more, find out more of our memories. That brief snippet, it's it's like a tease. If we have 80 years of our lives that were taken from us.
It was definitely disorienting to come into myself. Any extra information I feel is vital to have.
What's the first step? Where do we go from here?
I mean, once we offload all of these humans that we have in the back of my ship, I think maybe we, I mean, I have, as people were making jokes about, plenty of firepower on the ship. If anybody feels that they need to add anything to their stocks, but I have a lot, and then I don't see why we can't just go straight to planning on getting into this satellite station.
How many years do you think it'll take? Because we may need to get sleep chambers for the humans that we're taking with us.
Well, when I was snooping on what that man, the coordinates that he put his ship into, I believe we can probably get the necessary things that we need for these people when we stop to offload the passengers.
Also, apparently they have a life form with them that they don't know what it does. We may need a segment of the ship that we could jettison if we're gonna carry something like that, and it turns out to be hostile.
A life form?
Yes, a life form. I wouldn't take it away now because we have the necessary person to actually be able to gain knowledge from it.
What is it?
They haven't had a chance to look at it. Apparently, they found it when they were sent to that other place by the people who killed me initially, as sort of it was like a prison sentence that they were having to carry out missions for these oligarchs who hate androids and hate technology.
Well, I will definitely keep that in mind.
I just thought, it's your ship. I don't want anything to disrupt anything for us because we have a mission we've got to do.
I agree. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for finding me.
Of course. It's been a long time, and it makes sense why following you all around the galaxy on all of your adventures, always just a couple of steps behind, and I'm just happy to have you back.
I'm so sorry you were alone for so long. That won't happen again. I promise.
Thank you.
All right. So, what is everybody doing on the ship? I'll start with Grimshaw and Layla.
Grimshaw's just kind of wandering around, admiring all the weapons. Nothing crazy.
Okay, sweet. What about Layla?
Layla, I mean, there's not much to fucking do. She's just kind of doing the same, man, to be honest.
Okay.
She's not drinking?
I guess she hasn't taken a swig in a while. Yeah, she takes a swig of her flask.
All right. So, what's Bort doing? Because David is just basically just laying down in the hallway, laying down in the cold metal, just you know what, Bort? I swear, man, this is just, you know what? I'll take it. This sucks, but I'll take it. The fucking monsters, man. I'll take it. This is better.
Oh man, for sure. Here, do you need something to lay on? Can you give him his coat?
Oh, Bort, God, man, you know what, Bort? I think you just might be one of my best friends.
Oh, thanks. We should stick together if we can.
Well, I mean, I've been thinking about that, Bort, and I I don't have what y'all have. I don't know what I can add to the situation. I don't know how I can help y'all. Like, you're a great guy, but I mean, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. You've been through a lot, you know.
I have.
Maybe it's time for a break.
I mean, you'll always be my friend, but if there's a chance I could, just get back to a normal life.
Yeah, you do that. You deserve it. You deserve it, David. You've been through enough.
I'm glad to hear you say that, Bort. I'm glad to hear you say that. I was worried.
I wish you the best, you know.
I was nervous to tell you. I mean,
it's all right.
And then he kind of.
I appreciate you saying something.
Yeah, and then he sees Grimshaw and Layla walking by, and he goes, "Hey, Captain."
What's up, bud?
You did what you said you were gonna do, sir. I commend you. You are a good man.
And thank you, David. I appreciate you saying that. And sorry we had to make it up to you in that fashion. But yeah, I'm glad we got you off that place, and wish you all the best.
No sorries required. We are good, sir. We are good forever, now and forever.
Yeah, thank you. Can he shake his hand? Can Bort shake his hand?
Good to know. Yeah, absolutely.
So Bort and Grimshaw shake?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
So then what's going on with Salil and Chum? You guys said you were going to go check that bike out?
Yeah, are the bike and the drone in the same location?
The walker drone, D-Rone, the dragon turtle, and the goat are all in the cargo bay at the back there.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to hear what Dr. Salil wants to do because I have a lot of plans.
There is what do you think of the construction of this bike? It does not look like anything I've seen a human being make. It enveloped us like a chrysalis as we flew into the location.
Doctor, I was hoping you would know because this is the most insane technology I've ever seen. And I also worked at LaSalle Bionational.
It's yeah. It is I have never seen anything like this. I used to work for Yutani, and they had nothing like this.
It's just like hovering in front of you guys. Like there's no smog coming out of it. There's no lights, not lights, but there's no fire coming out of it. It appears to be hovering about 36 inches off the ground with like a magnetic wave. You can like vaguely see like sort of the air rippling beneath it. There's no sound. The bike appears to be off.
Can I use an analysis?
Roll your thing. Yeah, sure. What's your analysis?
How old is it?
It's from an ancient civilization.
Oh,
amazing! It seems to be from an ancient civilization. You should check it out. There may be some writing.
Yeah, I have to ask a specific question, right? But they're like, there's a range. Or can I ask anything? I feel like there was a range of questions.
There is.
Ask, right?
There's
the questions are: is it human or alien? Is it dead or alive?
Got that.
How old is it? What is its purpose? How does it work? And what problem could it cause?
Okay, let's go with how does it work?
Okay, so unknown coding and dialects are carved across the metal hull, which, with very close observation, appears to be breathing, flexing metallic muscles that wax and wane based on the bike's mobility. So it appears to be that there's phosphorescent lighting that like pulses occasionally beneath this like chitinous black plating that like covers the bike. So you're not exactly sure how it works, but it appears to like connect with the user in a way that human vehicles don't.
Doctor, I have the impression that this is alive.
That's amazing. We have that other thing in the drone. Do you wanna you want to check it out? We have it. I'm assuming we have days with this item. So
Yeah,
we have to
if we
make
have
sure.
as much time as we have, let's find out what this actually is.
Can I roll a contact to see how much time is left on the battery life for the alien? Because
For the
like the alien container or the
little cargo container.
the container that's inside of it.
We can run analysis multiple times in a session, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Salil observes that there's a battery life of 86 hours remaining.
Oh
Is-
shit!
Yeah, that's. I was concerned about this. Is there a way? I have so many wins on that one. Is there a way for me to like charge?
Look at the stunts. You tell me. Here, do you have them handy?
No, but
hold on.
I'm looking. Do you know what page it is? That would allow me to gain a +1 modification skill later to a later skill roll not relating to this one. You don't need to roll to overcome this exact challenge in the future. You do it again at the time. You get a new or unexpected information. You hide your tracks. You show off. I got 5, so I am going to do all of them except for hide your tracks. He like walks over, doesn't even look at it. It's like 2 buttons, and like he like turns. He's like, there are boopity boppity boop. 86 hours left. I get new or unexpected information. Your choice.
Ooh.
So Salil finds a charging port and realizes that though there's 86 hours left, he could probably maybe talk to Lucy about figuring out how to attach this thing somewhere into the ship to charge it up for more battery life.
I believe there is a way to keep this charged longer. We just have to talk to the owner of the ship. And hopefully she is reasonable towards us.
I think that would certainly be in our best interest, not knowing specimen and how it could potentially spread. But Lucy may also have some insight into this, because one thing I noticed while we were blasting Hardesty Prime from the surface, from space, is that her ship seems to be able to track a biological infection, and I have to know more about that.
She seems to be a very ingenuitive creature. I'm excited to see what she can unveil for us in particular, because it seems like she has more answers than we have questions.
Fair. And she also seems to have had experience with our mutations on the surface. So as much time as we can spend with her over the next... she will allow us human with her over the next few days. I think we should get as much of her time as we can.
I agree. Hopefully we can ingratiate ourselves with her and get to bed one day. That would be nice. Did we want to open it up and see what...
Oh, no. I still don't think we're in the right conditions to open up something like this. I think
we need to invest in a lab. Or
correct. Something with mass containment. I'm not even sure how this ship is held together, let alone us allowing a biological specimen to potentially run rampant. It seems like the worst idea we could possibly have at the moment.
Actually, we may have access to some funds. Do we not? Let's see what.
How much money did you have? I mean, I know you got some in that mission, but that's all you've got.
I think it was 50K, and I got it at the same exact time that we found the specimen, as well as the hard drive.
Yeah.
We found the hard drive. Do you want to find out what's on the hard drive? The curiosity is killing.
Good call. And yeah, we may as well just go full contact all over this bitch.
Let's access this.
Okay.
I'll use my +1 for this. So.
Are you rolling, or am I +1ing to you? Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's fine. You got 3.
So using the computer system of the Clementine, Salil plugs the hard drives in and starts to type away and basically ends up decrypting and figuring out that these are all bank statements between Toby Hardesty and one of the galaxy's most famous pop stars, a United America's guy named Ken Watanabe. And he's like basically like what Justin Timberlake was in 2000 or what like Kanye is now. Like the dude's a fucking superstar. And like he's got his own church, and there's like thousands of people that follow him, like hundreds, millions of people that fucking follow him. Like he does touring around the galaxy, and it's some kind of massive bill between himself and Toby. But not just a bill, but like travel logs, transfer logs, like just random names, just like a whole bunch of fucking not looking good information.
Excellent. I want to do this hiding my tracks because I get 2 stunts, I guess.
Okay.
And I want to not have to roll to overcome breaking into the same file again.
Okay, so you can just successfully get into these hard drives.
Excellent. Holy shit. This looks like it has some big names and some bank statements. We may even be able to hack into their bank accounts eventually.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Ooh, I'm sure Rom would have deep interest in this.
I think we all would. That sets us up so that we have some financial backers, even if they are unaware of it at first.
Oh my god, if you guys are just skimming money off the Cabal to fight against them, that's so good.
And maybe we can kick Lucy some bucks for all the effort.
I mean, we're gonna need to hopefully update her ship so that it is hospitable to us. So, of course, we will have to find a way to make it so that she does not hate us in the process.
At the very least, some bedrooms and bathrooms would suffice.
A containment area for experiments would also be good.
I'm not sure, but I'm hopeful once we get this specimen powered and continuously, I guess, not in a state of decay is better for now. But until then.
Excellent.
The Clementine's 6th day, traveling through the outer veil towards the inner core systems, the comm unit in the bridge begins to ping, letting Lucy know that she'd received a message, which, once decrypted by Todd, was revealed to be a tracking code to the black market barge Dionysus. Upon providing the data to Mother 9000, Lucy set the Clementine to autopilot, allowing the starship to shift east, still heading towards the core systems without more than a 4-day delay. Is there anything anybody wants to do in that 4-day period?
I wanted, Celia would like to ask Lucy if he could use a cable to power the specimens so that it does not open up on the ship.
Yes.
All right, so Salil successfully plugs the walker drone in so it doesn't run out of battery.
And I pet the walker drone as soon as I realize that it has power and I feel safe with it. And then I want to start asking Lucy questions about what this AI is on her ship and how it tracks, I guess, biological abnormalities. Have you encountered the mutants on Hardesty Prime before? You seem to have a reaction when you heard about them.
I've encountered something that sounded maybe similar, but I guess just best course of action to me at the time seemed to, wipe them all out. They're causing a problem.
Oh, I don't think neither of us disagree with that that assessment. For sure, they needed to go, but how does your ship know when something is mutated? Because I noticed it said that it cleared the infection 100%. I'm curious as to how you can track it, because that may be helpful for us in future endeavors.
I have access to very specific and useful technology. What do you have in mind?
I'd love to look into that with you. we encounter a lot of biological abnormalities, and it would behoove us to use any technology that we can to get ahead of these situations and understand a little bit more of what we're dealing with. Unfortunately, since I've joined, I have been subject to biological horror, likes of which most humans have experienced. But the technology to help identify it may help us to create remedies for these kinds of atrocities.
My inclination is often to eliminate these atrocities.
But there's so much more you can do when you harness the knowledge of them.
I have to disagree with you.
That's fair. You are not made to think the way I am. Thank you for your insight.
On February 19th, 2187, the 10th day of travel, everyone's interrupted from whatever they're doing by a ship-wide intercom address by Lucy.
Dionysus is in sight. The Clementine will be arriving in approximately 1 hour.
Have we just been shitting in the airlock and launching it into space? It's like 20 shits.
I'm gonna leave that up to you guys, man.
Who said there was an airlock, man?
Maybe you should talk to Radley because he's got lots of experience.
Radley, how do we get rid of it?
I didn't get rid of it. It was on me.
Wait, did Dr. Salil design diapers in our suits? Because I think we're probably fine. It's just everyone else.
I only had 7 days, man. I only had 7 days.
It's like a full baby diaper.
It's
just been sitting in it.
Dr. Gorvin and Commander Gorzin did not ask for diapers.
Yeah, he prioritized neck bombs versus diaper.
As the Clementine approaches the docking station to the Dionysus, everyone on the bridge gets a good enough look at the massive machine, a cross between a starship and a space station. Designed to resemble a cruise ship from old Earth, the Dionysus is indulgence personified. Multiple large corporate yachts trail the barge, automated to fly in sync like suckerfish around a shark. The Dionysus is designed to resemble a gargantuan flying roulette wheel, the fanciest version of a disc-shaped UFO. Essentially a floating city, the mathematical-minded amongst you surmise there must be at least a population in the 1 to 2,000 range. Inside a cargo bay, smaller ships are parked in stalls. Carefully, Lucy brings the Clementine into the cargo hold and gently sets the ship down in an open bay before speaking into the comms to everyone.
There. You're saved. Get the fuck off my ship.
Okay, damn.
As everybody leaves the Clementine, security approaches as the bay doors descend into a ramp, allowing you all to exit out into a large group. Moving in the front of the crowd, Todd says to nobody in particular, "I'll handle this." You watch as when he approaches the security team, he makes a hand signal with his right hand while stretching his left arm out towards them. One of the security agents scans his arm, revealing a holographic projection of the symbol of the Galactic Black Market, a winged helmet. At that, the security all salute Todd and walk away. Smiling, he returns to everyone. "Well, we're good to go. Free reign of the ship, all of you. There's a casino, there's shops, there's shows. I mean, hell, this place has even got a little zoo. It's fucking amazing. The Dionysus isn't our flagship, so you won't be able to find anything. But I don't think you'll be left disappointed. You know, you give my name to any of these vendors and they'll make sure to take care of whatever you need." Todd looks over at Salil, and tears well in his eyes as Todd reaches out to shake the scientist's hands. "You, sir, promised to get us off this hellscape, and you did it. I commend you, Dr. Lamont. You're a hero. You're all heroes."
I did so little, but I will take it.
Todd points to the pack of orphans, including Sai, all of which appear nervous, anxious, and a little dazed by their new surroundings. The other day, they were playing in the hallway, and I heard them arguing over who would be Grimshaw. It was adorable. To me, you may be people, but to them, as they grow up, you'll be legends. And that's not nothing.
That's awesome.
Thank you. I only hope that we live up to the example that they have built us up to be.
I've got no doubt that y'all will. Thank you so much again. You all watch as Todd wanders over to the survivors and begins leading them. Blush.
Todd, a moment.
Yeah, Bradley. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Bradley?
Hey, Todd. Thank you for what you said back there. That was really sweet. I just wanted to give you one more last chance if you wanted this jelly back. If not, it's the only valuable thing I have to trade here, and I was wondering if you would mind if I did that.
Bradley,
Not sure I would get much use out of it myself.
Bradley, I meant what I said. You're a hero. You keep that. You keep that jelly.
All right, great. Well, thank you. Just wanted to make sure.
And then he turns and he walks away with all the visitors towards like sort of just an area where there's like a bunch of nice hotels. What do you guys all do now that you're standing for the first time in 3 sessions, and the first time that you've been actually safe? You're on a floating casino with like shops, hotels, strip clubs, zoos, like fucking dance clubs. It's like black market.
I use the bathroom.
You use the bathroom?
Yeah.
Chum
Is there a
runs
place
off
to
to use
take
the
a
bathroom.
shower?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all had somewhere to. I definitely had somewhere to take a shower. And
I have
clear
to
up
make-
and
I have to make an announcement before anyone goes off into the distance. The trip's gonna take 2 months, and we're not making any other stops. So get what you need.
The trip?
That's
Did Mom not inform you?
No, I'm so sorry. I was underground. Nobody has spoken to me about any of this.
I completely blanked. I should have talked about this the last 6 days.
He's had a lot to process.
How do I say this? Guys, we have a chance to meet Mother.
Mother?
Like,
The processing unit that created all of our known usage for tracking and navigating across the solar systems.
Wait. You're talking about the AI systems that run the ships?
Every ship.
So there's a mother of mothers?
Yeah, and it's been reaching out to have us find her. It's been sending a signal in Saturn, near Saturn, and I thought, seeing as we're already sort of on the run, that it wouldn't hurt.
He
to do this.
volunteered all of you.
I have volunteered all of us.
What?
I
Wait,
probably
wait.
should have. I'm
Bradley's about as agitated as a man can be in a neck brace.
I'm so sorry, Radley. This is my first time meeting you, so I did not technically volunteer you if you don't want to come, but I would not mind if you came, because
Okay. All right. Well, that's a little bit better. We were just captive.
yes, no, I completely understand. I was ripped to pieces by the same people that captured you, so it's a
Oh, that was you.
yes. I am much shorter now.
I see.
I hope we can fix that, because I can't reach the pedals of any spacecraft or
Can't get,
vehicle.
like large blocks on your feet to push the pedals like in the
I
movie.
guess I could be a little person. I just feel like carrying a shotgun as a little person is disadvantageous. Because
I'm not sure they'd see it coming. It might work to your advantage.
It might.
Little
But
boy with a shotgun is a bit out of place.
but the chances of us learning more about this universe and what is guiding all of us, not just robots but everyone, would be amazing. I know I can't, like, if you don't want to come, you don't have to, but I would greatly appreciate it if you would join us on this journey.
when are y'all leaving?
As soon as we get the ship able to hold people for 2 months without you guys having to defecate on the floor.
So there's some retrofitting to do.
Yes.
I'm just picturing like people with hoses now.
just tubes in your
Just
butt.
contract other androids to just like wash it all. Just blowtorch it.
We use it as a biofuel.
Hire maids to come.
Yes.
It's all of us and then like 2 maids.
We'll put the appropriate modifications in if any of these humans insist on coming with you, Rom. Or if they agree to, because they sound pretty upset.
I hope they will. Captain, I know this is asking a lot and you've been through so much, but would you be willing to help us find Mother?
I have to admit this is quite the unique opportunity, and we did just get you back, man. I definitely don't want to lose you again. I do, however, have a couple questions before we do depart. When you say this Mother contacted you, do you know, well, how and then why, I guess?
All I got were coordinates. Rom told me that you guys are, or at least Dr. Soleil has a understanding that we are not common androids. I mean, I explained all of this to Rom. I'm kind of surprised if you guys are so close that he forgot to tell you over the last 10 days. But
we time skipped quite a bunch. So
I did ask if there was anything anyone wanted to say in that
true.
4-day period.
And all I remembered was Salil wondering where the fuck our shits were going. The human half of my character. Something
That would honestly be the more disturbing thing, is if we were on that ship for 10 or 20 days and there was no shit to be found anywhere. Like every single person just found their spot, like to hide it.
There was one suction tube.
The whole ship smells like shit. So you know the shit is there.
Everyone had to take turns.
It makes me think of the International Space Station, because it just always smells like shit.
Yeah, I've heard that, yeah.
There's probably enough ammo canisters.
No,
We just used them.
Oh, you just dumped all our bullets everywhere and took shits
It's a lot to take in, and while we're on this moment of safe haven, it may behoove everyone to ask if they want to continue on this journey with us, or if we need to part ways. Holy shit!
That's the interior.
I feel like there's definitely a lot of loose threads, loose ends that we're potentially leaving behind unchecked. I have to admit, this is a pretty rare opportunity, so it's hard to pass up. I'm with you, Ron.
Thank you so much.
I need some time.
I of course will go with you. I have a vested interest in both of your success, because it develops a meaning, and the chance to study such an advanced cybernetics could only enhance what my end goals would be in life. So if you will have me, I will join you.
Great.
So, the closest hotel is like really, really fancy. There's like digital palm trees and like digital, like holographic tigers walking around, like snuggling up on people. There's, it's called, the hotel's called Dermpy McDermps.
I wonder if they're related to the McCrumps. The McDermps and the McCrumps. I gotta take me a McDerm. No. Do we have to pay for the rooms?
No, absolutely not. You guys get free rooms if you want.
All right, great. So Radley goes to his room.
Where does he go?
Just immediately to his room. He wants to change, use the restroom, shower,
Yeah,
and rest.
Khalil does the same.
Okay, so you all go into your private rooms. This is the first time, basically, that you've all been alone in weeks, except for Lucy. But she doesn't come with everybody. She stays back at the ship.
Ellen's still on the ship.
Does Rom go, or does Rom stay with Lucy? I mean, what does Rom need a hotel for?
Not much. Ram is going to be looking like cybernetics sales places because he had contacts with the black market for pieces.
Yeah.
But he needs a body. Would you like to come with me? I need to grow up.
She like chuckles at that and she says, "Sure."
Okay, so Rom and Lucy leave the Clementine to go wander into the city to look for shops